and gentlemen, to the Gaming Nerd Live. It is your host, the Gaming Nerd, of course, and tonight we're gonna keep messing around with the little shuttle box that I created, which is absolutely cheating in every way of sub-design. I think I've turned off power consumption of every single component in the ship, and it's just a box, and I think it depends on me instantly, like using console commands to lock its movements. But we had some fun last night, and I think we're going to keep it up. We were showing how to wire up several different turrets to the same display, and I think at the last point, you might notice here I've got some interesting fiddling here with some grenades and the ballast pump. I was trying to figure out how to deal with ballast flora. Turns out that 2 grenades precisely will kill it, but not in sandbox mode. I don't know what's going on there, but I let that sucker burn for a while, and that thing wasn't dying, so I think the 2 grenades should be enough. Interestingly, despite being a monster unique to the planet of or the moon of Europa, I suppose, the ballast floor does not register with motion sensors as a monster. I don't know if that's because it moves too slowly to trigger motion, or if that's just something they've done to make it a little bit more balanced. However, we're going to move on because that's not part of the design. We're looking at attack shuttles here, man. We're trying to make a shuttle that doesn't even have a ballast. It gets everything purely out of thrust, I think, is what we're going to have to do. However, that means we're going to have to get back to where we were with this EVA. This is from EK Dockyard's mod. It's one of the most clever mods I think I've ever seen. They took a hospital bed and they turned it into a navigation terminal. I think that's pretty clever. So, what the goal of the day, well, not the day, the goal of the next few live streams is going to be come up with a way of controlling a shuttle's navigation and weapons from a single terminal. I think it can be done. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm pretty sure it can be done. We're going to find out what we can do. So, where were we? So here we go. So this is their status monitor, and this is a switchboard item, which is, again, part of the EK Mods packages. It has, I think it introduces 6 buttons, and when you activate this option here, the side display side by side when linked, when you open up the display, you see these, hang on. These here, there you go. These buttons here are from the switchboard, and these buttons here from the navigation terminal itself. Now, we technically, let's see if we can put this up here. And I can't see that little thing. That's a pain in the butt. Can I put it over here? I can. How far can I move this before it turns red? Oh, I can put it all the way over here. Wow. Okay, that's nice. We'll lock that position there. Yeah, see, look at this one. We're going to make these non-interactable. There we go. So we're going to make these non-interactable so the player doesn't accidentally push them when they're trying to navigate the shuttle. And we're going to put this one up here. And I think I'm going to try squeezing another set of switchboard buttons here. Hang on here, I'm going to close this and lock this position here. I'll put this one in here. Okay. Oh, well, what is unlock position? Here we go. So put these. Yeah, we'll organize these all later. But I think I can get some extra functionality out of this thing by making this here and make that also what's the word? Non-interactable. Oops. You can rotate this. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Line that up with the bed. Oh, can you rotate these two? Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, we're going to put these up here. This is on 30? No, 35. Yeah, make these match up here. Alright, now where were we? Again, these are non-interactable, so at this point they're for pretty much aesthetic purposes only. Okay, so now when we open up this navigation terminal, we have all kinds of buttons. All the buttons. Every button you could need, possibly. Nobody could need anything more than 15 buttons. Why would they? Okay, now. Where are we going to go from here? Okay. We want to take the control. These are all data logger stuff. We don't need this stuff, I don't think, anymore. We do need that. Okay, so we've proven that we can control. We can send an X and a Y output from the navigation terminal. Right? This would normally go to the thrust. We need, you know what? Sonar fire control would be better to work backwards for navigation instead of the other way around. Unless, okay, there's a sonar transducer in here somewhere. Where's the sonar transducer? I think it's this one. Signal generator, traditional sonar gnome. Okay, let's try this one. No, is this the one? No, that one can't be aimed. One of them can be aimed. Maybe it's under machines. Trash cannon, status monitor, spinal mounts, sonar transducers. Here we go. Sonar generator. No, this isn't the one we're looking for. One of them can be aimed. Because we're going to use that and feed that into our... That gives us a longer range of a view from our status terminal, our navigation terminal, if we have a longer directional sonar beacon, or what's it called? Mass sensor. Here we go. This is the one. Okay. So this one, I'm going to shorten up this this whole assembly here. Hang on. Move this down to here. Put this back over to here. Make this maybe even more shuttle-like. Let's see. Tonight's viewer chat is awful quiet. Feel free to ask questions, comments, concerns, crack jokes. I don't mind. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. We'll move this up a little bit there. Okay, now. Probably gonna have that hull extending way up. That's what I thought. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna get this one retracted back into here. Okay, now. Okay. So we're going to have 3 modes to start. We're going to have, no, 2 modes. We're going to have some sort of navigational controls. This is when we're going to start needing to make this thing look more traditional for a submarine. We need a ballast, and we're going to need motors of some sort. Okay, so we need a pump down here. Where is our pumps? Are under machines, not electrical, silly. Okay, put a pump down here. Once again, it's going to have power consumption of 0 because I don't feel like putting a reactor in this thing yet. We're going to need a hull. Turn these ones on here. Oh, can I delete all my hulls? I did delete all my hulls. Oh, look at that. So we need one here. And another one down here. And this one needs to be marked as a ballast so that the game knows to treat it like a ballast. And then do the same thing with this pump. We'll call it a ballast pump. Oh, we need to know what our neutral buoyancy offset is here. Hang on. So, 2053. That's awful low. Hang on, let's make that a little bit smaller. What do we got? Oh, wow. Okay, it's a little big. Means our shuttle is too big. What if we did that? Put that there. How's that? Oh man, it's even smaller. See, here's the thing with the optimal neutral ballast level of being 0.25 in this example. that means, or even in this case, if I open it up the way it's already set to be, is 0.16. That means that the ballast has to be 16% full in order for the sub to have neutral buoyancy. And it doesn't. It sounds like, oh great, it don't need a lot of water. But what that means is that you can only empty the ballast by 16% to have maximum upward travel. Right? If you it's impossible if you're to reduce anything more than 16% ballast. What that also means is that if you get a leak in your ballast tank, you're going to be plummeting pretty quick by the time you got it fixed. So having an optimal neutral ballast level that's so big is not ideal. So we're going to switch to a smaller pump. I think there's the in-floor pumps down here. There's a small floor pump here. And what we'll do is we'll make this significantly smaller, because we want it to be as close to 0.5 as we can get, and then that'll give us nice neutral buoyancy. And 0.48 ain't great, but it ain't bad either. So, hey, Mr. Werewolf, how's your Black Sea Armory file conflict issues coming? I know I wasn't very helpful with those last night, but I'm just wondering if you hadn't made any progress. Okay, so we got, we need an engine for thrust. Shuttle engine. Put that back here. Well, let's put this over here, and then we can move this over to here. You're doing regex. Oh, that's the other guy. Oh, whoops, sorry, Mr. Werewolf. I don't mean to mix you up. You're doing the regex stuff. Yeah, you got the computer. You got more than 11 commands, or you still... and you got the abusive language filter. I thought that was clever. Strange application of your efforts, but clever nonetheless. Okay, so we're going to close this here. I'll get rid of these wires, because right now we're going to treat it like it only has the one turret. We're going to add more turrets later, but for now we want to switch to prove that we can switch between navigation and... if we can switch between navigation and fire control, then that's progress. Overlap ballast hulls to meet the 0.5 ballast. That's cheating. I mean, so is turning off the power consumption of pretty much every component on the ship. But yeah, no, overlapping ballast hulls, man, that's totally cheating. Okay, what do we got here? We need, this thing's gonna need lights. I'm gonna turn this one on. 255, 5, 120 is a good one. What is this? Lounge. There you go. Awesome name for it. Okay. Now, what is this one? This one says 0.4723. So let's go into our navigation terminal. 0.4723. Now, when we are in mode 1, we want our X commands, hang on here. So relay control, where's our relays? So mode 1 and mode 2. Oops, wow. Ah, crap, I hope I didn't lose all my settings. Oh, poop. No, it saved that, so everything else should be fine. Okay. Oh, it's the switchboards don't have the connections. Okay. And all my links are now broken. Awesome. I've definitely seen worse cases of cheating. Invulnerable medic supplies and using a metal crate as a ooh, metal crate as a magazine. I hadn't even thought of that one. That's clever. Okay, memory component. Okay, so when we are in mode 1, we want the X instructions and Y instructions to go to these various channels here. So this is going to be set velocity X out. It's going to go to signal 1 in our relay. From here, it's going to go into this Wi-Fi component. That just saves me a bunch of wiring going across the ship to somewhere else. Even though I know it's like all on the same screen. Wow, that sounds lazy when I put it in words. And signal 2 is going to go here. Okay, call this, I don't know why I use these channels, 101, 102. And then we can put this one here, 101, 102. Signal out goes into set force. What's this? Change the tag name and then you can dump whatever you want in there and shoot it. Shotgun SMG. Wow, that does sound a little overpowered. It sets speed, I think, is what we're going for. Hang on here. Pump. Power consumption is 0. And engine power consumption is 0. I think I need a wall in here. Something tells me that it's not going to like being sharing the engine and the ballast pumps in the same compartment. Something tells me water will be an issue. So we're going to copy this wall over to here and shrink it down to here. And what was this now? This is now 4813. I'll go down here, 0.4813. Okay, so when our thing here is in mode 1, and then we're going to need a more than one relay for this one because we're going to also put our fire control through here. So, this one's going to be a little bit different because we're going to have to do some math. So, velocity out, X out here. This is signal 1. Velocity Y out here goes into signal 2. And what we're going to have to do is say, we'll just need to make sure that when one's off, the other one's on. So we'll put this on here. You know what? No, we're going to depend on accurate toggling to make sure that none of these are both on, never on at the same time. But neurotrauma, yeah, don't even get me started on neurotrauma, man. That's a crazy mod. That's like you have to have a medical degree to use that one. And how are we going to do it? Maybe we'll use lighting or something to indicate when we've changed modes. And we'll say, okay. Okay, so that goes out to here. So that means to toggle the signal out 2. Signal out 1 is going to go up to here, and we're going to split it into these ones, toggle state, and this one over here. This toggle state, back over here, and the other one's toggle state. This is for the terminal I want to toggle between battery power and reactor power. You cannot overvolve different aspects of the positive battery arrays. Interesting. Shotgun HMG vaporizes and destroys hulls like it was made of cheese. Yeah, I imagine that would be more accurate to real life. Okay, hang on. We're going to make sure to turn these off. Now, here's where it gets tricky. So these two, actually no, we need a A10. Now we need, yes, A10 will give us the degrees. So, We take here and we feed the signal out from the X into signal in X. Signal out here into the signal in Y. And this should spit out an angle, which we are going to feed into this one. Signal in. We'll call this 201. Now, what we're going to do over here this will be our general forward-looking. We'll call this our general radar. 90. Yeah, there we go. Put this right front here. And then when we're going to put this up here. Wire this toggle switch here. Signal in one. No, this goes into toggle state. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that when we're in navigation mode, we want to use this sonar source, and then when we're in whatever attack mode, we're going to use this as our sonar source. So that's going to come this way, and this one's going to come over here. Put one of these over here, and need one of these, and a third one for the fire control over here. Ever thought it'd be fun to do something to the point where it isn't fun to do anymore? That's a tough question. A student of mine gave me a little plaque, and I keep it hung over my desk. It says "Qui docet dicet," and it's a little mantra that I've taken to heart for, as not just like for my academic and educational adventures. It's a really a life perspective. It means those who teach learn, and I really believe that if you really if you have passion for something to the point that you can teach it to others like effectively, then you can't really not love it at the same time, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that made any sense at all. It sounded deep in my head. Okay, so this is going to come here. So I guess the point is that as long as you pick the right things, I don't know, learn to do something where it's so much fun that it's not fun anymore. I don't know. I haven't run into that problem yet. Let's put it that way. Data out here. Into signal this. We'll call this 103. No, we'll call this 104. Because 103 is going to be the trigger signal from the... Oh no, this one doesn't have a trigger because it's the generic one. Okay, so this is going to be 103 over here. And this one here, data out. It's going to go to here. Call this 204. And that'll be this one, 204. And this one, what did I say, 201 for here. Initial challenge was the draw, and overcoming it was a fun part. Oh. Okay, counter question. Is it possible to do something and not find it fun at the time and then look back and realize that you found it amusing? You realize that it was something that you enjoyed, even though at the time you didn't think so? That's a question for you. Okay. This is our 203, 202. We come from our fire button, which is signal out 2. Come on down. Okay, and that goes into, this is 202. Trigger in. Ah, yes, and now we need lights. We're going to put a light in here, and we're going to change the lighting in the sub depending on whether we're in steering mode or attack mode. Cast shadows, 800's fine. Okay. Okay, output. So when that's true, that means the steering mode is active, so we'll call that color 0,255, 0, which is green. And when it's not, we'll call that 255, 00255, which is red. And this one will always be on. You know what, let's make that 2127 so it's not excessively blindingly bright. This won't be a terribly long live stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I am flippin' exhausted and I don't think I'll be able to stay awake the whole time. So, fair warning, I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm going to say more than 5 minutes, but not quite. Oh, whoops. He's dying because he's not in oxygen. That was fun. Let's try that again. Okay. Okay, velocity 12, 14, 15. Still falling. Okay. Oh, now we're going up. Boy, this autopilot's all over the place. Interesting. Wonder what's going on there. This one should be on to start. Yeah, that's on. This thing should have neutral ballast level, which was this one. Did I have that wrong? The, yeah. Pressure got too quick. Yep, that's what happens when you're, under 1,000 feet of water and suddenly thrust into, would you call it atmospheric? No, environmental ambient pressure. There's a good word for it. Okay. Let's have power. This does not consume power, so that should be on. Max force is 300. This is our X signal, and that should be going straight to there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to make our default position to maintain and see what happens there. Okay. Interesting that that light does not want to stay on. What's going on here? Power consumption, right. Wow, look at him go. What's this supposed to be in There we go. Something's up here. Why is he going so fast? Okay, that's neat. Look at this. I got the turret is controlling our rate of fire here, or our angle of whatever you want to call it. Alright, so let's so we're locked to position the sub for now, and we're going to say disable enemy AI so I can spawn something and it will remain stupid and motionless. Spawn hammerhead cursor. Okay, now from this guy's perspective, I think we're in, I don't know what mode we're in. We are in attack mode, okay. Oh, I don't know a loader. Yeah, darn it. Sub is going the wrong way. I have no idea what's going on with that one. It was, I thought that was supposed to be 1-to-1, but it did look like it was going pretty fast the opposite direction, didn't it? Coil gun loader. Shove that back here with these guys. Open it up. There we go. And yes, you read that right. It says unlimited ammunition for the... okay, hang on here. Okay. Alright, it looks like the reason it was traveling so fast is because it's trying to retain a position from pretty... You hit the button and if it's going like 10 kilometers an hour, it tries to maintain the position from where you were when you pushed the button. So by the time the engines respond, you've moved some distance, and that's probably why the sub was turning itself around. Ah, for Pete's sake, I didn't link them. God. There we go. That should be the good one, guys. Give me a sec. Okay. Autopilot, maintain position. Toggle mode. Lights. Lights. Walk. And sight. I think that's really cool the way the turret and the thing now follow the oh. Okay, submarine movement is locked now. Switch to free cam. Disable enemy AI. Okay, let's put this guy up here, say. Switch back to the captain. There's a little chair here. Okay, so yeah, that does see the blue blob there is our hammerhead, so that's interesting. Why aren't you firing? Has ammunition. Has a trigger in signal. It's the X out and it's a Y out. E8 signal out 1. What's the other one here? Where's the toggle fire? Wi-Fi signal out goes to that one. Navigational terminal signal out 2. This goes to Wi-Fi signal in here, so that goes to 202. It should be the same as this channel here. Yeah, that's 202. So that means the pulse signal that we're sending from the Wi-Fi channel is not lasting long enough to trigger the gun from firing. Damage and rate of fire still get calculated if you aren't using a periscope. I would guess that's a yes, because it doesn't sound like it would work without it. We need a burst fire circuit is what we need. Hang on. First of all, we're just going to put a toggle switch on here and see if we can use that to control the fire, because there's no point in making a burst fire circuit if we can't use it. Alright, trigger in. Oh, there's a problem right there. This also has power requirements that weren't being met. Turn that off. Okay. For all the lock hanger lights plus okay. Spawn. Interesting. I'm not getting any signal reading or radar from this one. Hang on. There we go. So this is our last known heading. Oh, I didn't want to do that yet. I wanted to switch over here. Yeah, look at that. Now it's going to continue until somebody goes and unclicks the trigger in this thing, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a really nifty little setup there. And of course, if we say resume, hang on, and we go to lights, oh, unlock the sub. We are now in steering mode this way here. What's going on? Why are you floating around this way? There we go. Why aren't we moving forward? That's a good question. Either way, put money on the fact that it doesn't sound how you don't get benefits from reaction until a human touched. Yeah, that's true. Alright guys, we have successfully demonstrated that you can control both the navigation and a turret from the same terminal. Controlling multiple turrets and having multiple commands is just going to take a matter of wiring. It's good to know that we can go one way, and I consider this progress. But however, I'm going to cut it short, guys, because I do have to go to bed. Last night was a late night, and tomorrow I got some bit of driving to do. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. And as always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. And don't forget, most importantly thing, guys, stay nerdy. It's a fun way to be.